Whatever happened with the surveys that started happening around this time last year that were based in Britain? You see, these tariffs they talked about regarding the electronics that are now part of a blanket ban started off last year where they were luring people from the United States to play these surveys and these quizzes online in order to get little bits of money. And my understanding was that this was a buy in, that this was part of a social engineering that was going to be going on during COVID 19. But that with Brexit, there was something that was going to happen. That the British were setting it up, specifically the British, were setting it up to entice people from wherever, including in America where they were marketing, to start engaging in these behaviors. What, now you want to do a bitch down too? You're doing your little Queen Anne's cherry shit? And now you've already conditioned and habituated people into, through COVID, feeling like they're obligated to see to your child pornographic extortion racket? And are you pissed that the rest of Europe cut you off? So you're pissed that the rest of Europe said we don't want to be subconsciously programmed with child pornography so that we're addicted to the internet and constantly giving metadata so that you can play into this completely fabricated chastisement of how we're amoral. Okay, I see. All right. Well, see, the problem is then you're in a situation where your fetish for guys in uniform, but only certain guys in uniform, especially after they've been juiced up with all the tech and the fake healthcare, and then they ride around in their little cars and act like they're doing some sort of civil service while there's literally narcos infiltrating the jobs that are still allowed to be done. And the people performing jobs that used to be public works that people would get paid for and pensions for are now, I understand, being performed on the sly by people I don't even think are documented immigrants. I think the majority of people they have working on these public works right now are actually people that have been imported from other countries and have replaced people that used to work in those jobs. And they have profiles and accounts were activated as part of the emergency response. And so actual people's identities, while they're being extorted in their homes or wherever they are, if they're still alive, are being replaced by other people. Like that movie. Remember the movie about all the immigrants and how hard their life was, and then all of a sudden they got to assume the identity of somebody else while those people got completely ethnically cleansed and knocked off? Yeah, I remember that. And did you make me an immigrant so I was supposed to be in on that wave? Well, there was no need for that, right? And it's going to be a very short lived experience. Because even if you get away with your nice crop of white people that you're trying to chastise, you've completely destroyed anything that would be about actual immunity. And when you put your fucking name at the top of the masthead and you put yourself on the top of the hierarchical heap, where the fuck you think that's gonna rise to? You're gonna give it to God?